already. So I wanted to introduce you to my team, and I figured the most unorthodox way to do that would be via interviews. So today we were with Kat. Kat, you want to talk about how long you've been with the team, what you were doing prior?
For sure. Yeah. So I've been with Elevations about to be 4 years now in July. Before Elevations, I was working with multiple banks. I did a lot of like home equity lines of credit, auto loans, personal loans. So I've always kind of been in the banking world. And then I switched over to Elevations and your team, and I haven't looked back since. And I obviously love being here. I love the people I work with, and the job is super rewarding in itself. So
What's the most rewarding part?
yeah, for sure. For me, it's definitely our members and the people. That to me is the most fulfilling just because I know how overwhelming this process can be for a lot of
100%.
first time home buyers. It's, you're brand new trying to figure it all out. So I think that's the most rewarding, just hearing from our members how grateful they are at the end of the process. That to me is definitely the most rewarding thing for sure.
What would you say is the most challenging part?
Oh boy, there's a few. I think for me, what gets the most challenging is certain guidelines that we kind of have to run into. If it was up to me, I'd say your loan is approved. That's my motto. But sometimes we run up against certain rules that can make the process a little bit more difficult. So I think that is the most challenging thing. But we always find to make it work. That's kind of what we're here for. We do our due diligence. We try to make it as easy as possible, and we kind of take the stress on from the process. So I think even though it's challenging, it's something that we always get through.
We do find a way.
We always find a way. Always.
How would you describe your job to somebody that knows absolutely nothing about mortgages?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think the best way to describe it is we wear many hats. It's kind of our job to do everyone's job and kind of be on top of all departments. So it's not a matter of us just, running to get coffee and bagels on every Tuesday or whatever the day is. But I think we wear a lot of hats, and I think that can be also the most difficult, but also rewarding as well. So
When you say you have to deal with a lot of different people involved in the process or different departments, give us some examples.
for sure, yeah. So underwriting is a big department that we do have to kind of butt heads with sometimes, and it's our job to make sure that we know our guidelines, and sometimes we have to be on top of processing and our processors and how they do certain processes. So it can be a lot, but
Appraisals and condo questionnaires,
yes,
closing departments, title departments.
there's so many variables,
Yeah.
so many factors. So
What is your favorite job you've ever held?
that's a good one. Besides this job, I would have to say there was once many moons ago where I was a camp counselor, a summer camp counselor, and that was probably the most fun just because it was like going to summer camp all over again. Water balloon fights, everything that you could possibly imagine. So that was a really fun one.
So far, I've heard that we need free hot dogs and also
Yeah.
water balloon fights. So.
Exactly, all the things. All the things.
What is mortgages missing?
Hot
free
dogs, water balloon fights, all this stuff.
Got it. What is next for you in your professional journey?
Ooh.
I love this question for you because I know how you started out.
Yeah, I know, totally. Definitely continuing to grow with Team Staufer. I don't have any plans to leave until you all kick me out. But yeah, definitely continuing to grow and expand my knowledge base. I know there's still a lot that I have to learn. Definitely want to be a loan officer one day. And yeah, I started from the very beginning not knowing anything. So for me, I know it's going to take a bit. But yeah, that's kind of the end goal there, is to finally get kind of in your shoes, essentially. So
Fair enough.
fingers crossed.
Well, thanks so much for taking some time today.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.